Hello and welcome to the first round of the TRL Championship at the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne. As we have a look at the quick grid here, V8 Man and Formula 1 Rocks dropped out in 12th and 11th place. And the top 10, it's Hef, Trickshot, I'm Close to Bread, Mighty Murph, Danielson, Chastity 42 in 5th, HSV in 4th, Stylen in 3rd, Kid Byers with an impressive performance in 2nd, and Rafa on the top spot, by far the fastest man at the moment. A lot of eyes on him for the championship as we wait for the race to get underway. And we're off the line. It's a fairly decent start as I have a look at HSV on the outside. Decided to stay out of any funny business and try and hold my 5th place coming into turn 3 as we watch Stylen have a look down the inside of Kid Byers, and he makes a move under brakes, and it's very, very tight. There's a bit of contact. Kid Byers goes a little wide. He cuts the corner just a little bit just to make sure Stylen has enough room to recover, and HSV waits out patiently. And we're just following in and watching to see what these guys do and see if we can pick up a position from another incident maybe. As we head down around a long right-hand sweeper, HSV having a good look at Stylen. Stylen's having a good look at back of Kid Byers and tries to go around the outside. He uses the grass there, and we've touched the wall trying to get around him as he slid onto the grass, and that slowed him down just a little bit. Stylen's still behind us as HSV has a look at Kid Byers into the left-hand sweeper, and that is a very, very tricky place to get the job done. And he has to pull out. We get a better run coming out of the long right-hander. And it's very tight, hard under braking there, trying to get down the inside, make the move on HS, and I think we've got the job done, but he's actually on the outside there, as you see the front wing just peer up on the left-hand side, and he's got the inside line for the second last corner. We're still on the inside for the final corner, but this corner's all about the drive out, so we'll see how this ends up, and it looks like HSV has the edge just a slight amount, but there's a little bit of lag, so we'll just try and hold in, see what we can do into turn 1, and we're alongside, brake a little bit later, cut the corner just a tiny bit to make sure HS has enough room, and take 3rd place, and HS is already back all over the back of us. I run a little bit wide there just to get the turn in, HS brakes a bit too deep. A little bit of a slide there, corrects it from us, and then takes the position away. Job done. And we can start looking at Kid Byers now. A lot of action, only 1.5 laps into the race, and now we're onto the end of lap 3. Kid Byers is a little bit shaky. We've been catching him for the last lap or so, and he's been really struggling setup-wise with top-end speed down these straights. And we've got the DRS, and look at the closing speed already. We're just closing, under braking, just get down the inside at turn 1. Pretty much a mirror image of the move on HS, so we can be sure that Kid Byers will be all over us coming into turn 3. We have the DRS this time, so we can actually use that to defend. We brake just a little bit later and get the job done for P2. A good start so far from 5th place. Solid driving. It's been a bit of a struggle as we're having a look now at lap 5 down the main straight, and I think it's Stylen coming up behind. He's been catching me, and he's been pretty quick too. So a good move there. Pretty much textbook stuff. Exactly what happened with Kid Byers. I back off there just so I don't run to the back of him. He's got the DRS to defend with, so that's pretty much done, but I have a look down the outside anyway, and I've run just a tiny bit wide, and it's taken me off the track, and that's cost me a bit of time to Stylen. So that's been an unsuccessful move there, and that pretty much does it for the battle from Stylen. Stylen there just pulls away, and he actually starts catching up to Rafa, as do I. However, by lap 8 though, Rafa comes into the pits, and in a late-minute decision, decided to jump into the pits, having the tyres causing the car to slide around with all the tyre wear. And we pull in, and Rafa there actually exits the pit box in front of me to show how far ahead he was at the time. Hopefully we can get a quick stop in there and come out, hopefully back into 3rd place so we don't have to battle anyone. And we exit, and it's not the case. I think that's Hef that's come out in front. Yes, he has. A bit of a shaky start out of the pit lane there on the cold tyres, and we're still sliding around. trying to get the power down there as efficiently as possible. Now we're up to lap 17. I've actually just passed Rafa for second place. He's just pitted. We haven't made our second stop yet. So he'll be good to the end of the race. On the prime tyres, we've taken the primes earlier than them, so we'll be on a longer stint now, as I've just passed Stylen as well. And there's Rafa all over the back of me. And he comes around the outside and makes the move with the DRS. Superior speed, but he's broken himself with the DRS. He hasn't had to pass anyone all day, so he'll have to get used to that. As he has a good look at me, I'm holding my line, so just to make it a bit harder for him. I was hoping that Stylen would reel him in a little bit and they'd have a battle, and maybe have a bit of an incident or slow each other up, so I could probably get back into the battle for the lead. But that's not the case, as Rafa makes his way through the inside, goes a little bit wide, and it's very close to contact, but safe driving between both of us. And now we're up to lap 20, and it's Stylen doing the exact same thing as Rafa did, round the outside at turn 3, and this time he gets it done, first time. Have to concede that, especially with the tyres a lot worse for wear at this point of the race. We'll be looking to pit, and I believe it's at the end of this lap as we head round, following Stylen now. And we've jumped to the end of lap 20, and yes, we have gone into pit, and that's a 2.4. So not a bad pit stop there, but I think it's a little bit too late for a charge. As we head out of the pit lane, a lot more orthodox than our first exit, so I'll fix that one up at least, but cold tyres sliding around all over the shop. Had to do a quick correction there. And it is at the end of lap 29, the final lap of the race, and we cross the line for a solid third from a 5th place starting point. As we have a look at Hef and HSV behind him, finishing the race. Hef there getting really sideways off the last turn and crossing the line. HSV actually takes that position ahead of Hef due to some penalties, and we have F1 Rocks there finishing off as the last of the runners on the lead lap. And now we have a look at the podium. Rafa there, the New Zealand Russian, on the top step. Superior pace today. Stylen was very close. He was only 3/10 behind. However, I was about 30 seconds behind, so a lot of work to do. A great finish for the first race of the season, especially for Sauber. However, a lot of work to do for the rest of the field to catch up these two Red Bull guys. They are quick. So we'll have a final recap of the finishing positions. It's Rafa in first place, Stylen in second, only a 3/10 difference there. Chasty, myself in third place, 29 seconds behind. HS about second behind the leaders. Hef similar, same thing in 6th place. F1 Rocks in 6th, sorry, Hef was in 5th. Formula Rocks in 6th. Brad and Murph finishing 7th and 8th respectively, 1 lap down. And poor old Kib Byers disqualified towards the end of the race for corner cutting a bit too much. And he'll be looking to improve on his position in the next race at Malaysia. So thanks everyone for watching. It was a very exciting race. Lots of battles, and hopefully Malaysia will prove to be even better than the first round of this TRL Championship. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye.